one candle engulfs everything. So now this becomes your stop loss of buyers. So now whenever the high of that candle breaks, you can automatically enter long. It becomes a breakout pattern. So I can't go long over here. Why? Because already markets have expanded. Like yesterday, you can't go long at the top. ये मैंने discuss भी किया था. Don't expect same rally again. So we will wait for this high to break and then we will go long once and contraction is completed. ठीक है?
This is 3-line strike.
So Devang, is it similar to inside candle breakout?
It is. उसका the preceding price action is what is called 3-line strike. बाकी तो आगे वही है ना. बाकी तो आगे you are getting a breakout inside day and a breakout. So you are comfortable till here. You are long and your SL will come over here. If the market, if for some reason like the volatility we're seeing right now, again fails and goes below this, it becomes a hikake. It fails, like what we've seen everywhere in America. Nasdaq is down 4%. ये क्या चलता है यहाँ? I am happy to be an Indian here today. The other day I was telling Appa I like foreign, but I am happy to be an Indian. America में लोग कैसे ट्रेड करते हैं यार? I don't know. हम तो फिर भी ठीक है ना. हमारा तो कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. हमारा तो यार कुछ प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. हम तो कहाँ हैं आज? Today what have we fallen? Today we have fallen at how much have we fallen? What 19 points? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? We have fallen just by the way 19 points. कुछ बड़ी बात नहीं है. So एक चीज याद रखना please. Markets in America can decide your opening, but they cannot decide your closing. Closing will depend upon relative strength of our market. So कल अगर market lower opening होता भी है, just remember that point. बाकी देखते हैं. Just two things I am left with now. One thing is I want to talk about directional movement index. दो indicator हैं, बड़े easy हैं. Bollinger Bands and DMI. So let's talk about that for a minute. I'll hide my MAs or I'll hide my super 10. I don't need super 10 right now. Open an indicator called DMI. इसको open करिए. Again, please don't ask me what time frame. They are fractals. They will work everywhere. But obviously, bigger the chart, the better performance it is. I'm opening the directional movement index. It's a very good indicator. I hide the BBW also. It's a very good indicator to give you the direction. होता क्या मैं दिखा देता हूँ. Go to the settings. There are a couple of settings. It is the same 14 on the ADX. कुछ change नहीं करना. The DMI is made up of three things. DMI is made up of positive DI, negative DI, and the ADX. For the time being, let me hide the ADX. The positive DI is representing up days. Positive DI is representing up days. अब इसका मतलब basically क्या होता है? If I'm not wrong, आप अगर observe करना. Whenever the market is giving you up day, I think up day in bar chart is at a high price to lose. In a basically ना ये पुराना pattern है बहुत. So I think whenever I'm मेरा confusion है, but it's the same thing. Whenever you are getting a green closing or if you are getting a better closing, तो आपका देखो अगर ऐसे green closing है, तो market में जो green line है positive D है वो बढ़ जाएगा. अगला दिन भी देखो अप डे है, मार्केट बढ़ जाएगा. बट उसके बाद देखो मार्केट रेड हो गया तो डीएम पॉजिटिव डीआई गिर जाएगा. सेम थिंग ऑपोजिट साइड है. सो नेगेटिव डीआई क्या होता है? द रेड लाइन. इट्स अ डाउन डे. सो अगर मार्केट ने डाउन डे दिया है, इफ यू आर ऑब्जर्विंग, इफ द मार्केट इज गिवन अ डाउन डे, आपका ऑब्वियसली द ग्रीन विल कम डाउन, नेगेटिव डीआई विल कम अप. नेगेटिव डायरेक्शनल इंडेक्स कहते हैं. If you get another down day, it will come up. अब यहाँ पे इतना ऑब्जर्व करिए, देखो फिर डाउन डे ये बढ़ जाएगा. बट whenever you get an inside day, तो वो चेंज नहीं करेगा वैल्यू. Just I remember one thing. Whenever it is an inside day, जब कोई चेंज ही नहीं है, तो it basically will not do anything. तो अगर अप डे होगा, just in very simple terms, whenever there is a down day, जो भी आप चार्ट कर रहे हो, whenever there is a down day, red negative DI will go up. What is it showing? Strength of sellers, and your positive DI will go down. Simple है. When there is a down day, negative DI goes up, positive DI goes down. Whenever there is a sideways day, nothing will happen. It will be unchanged. So it is something like that. So आप अगर observe करोगे, whenever there is a positive day, आप observe करो, ये बढ़ेगा, ये गिरेगा. So it is formed like this. इसको use कैसे करना है? इसका use बड़ा simple है. It is an indicator. I am again repeating, ये indicator है. Please पहले प्राइस एक्शन, पहले वॉच द ट्रेंड, देन यूज द इंडिकेटर. बट एज an indicator, it gives you good signals. Just try to combine it with other signal, you get a very good signal. So signal is like this. whenever I will hide the chart, I will hide the chart right now. Whenever the positive DI is going above the negative DI, it is called buy. Because the strength of buyers are getting stronger than the strength of sellers, it will become buy. Whenever the positive DI goes below the negative DI, it becomes a sell signal. Because the sellers are becoming stronger, the buyers are becoming weaker. So if I show you those charts, आप यहाँ पे देखिए, यहाँ पर market ने sell दिया, यहाँ पर market ने buy दिया, and I would like to act over here. The reason is because यहाँ देखो daily double bottom बना, you got a good daily double bottom over here, and it was confirmed with a positive DI inter crossover. यहाँ पर confirm हुआ था. So I really people ask me देखो prices, you can also use divergence here. क्या मतलब है इसका? You can see prices are going higher but the positive DI is going down, so divergence है. Generally as per give you an indication that the trend is weakening. I think am I audible? थोड़ा I think बीच में the volume cracked. कोई बता दो if I'm audible. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I'm audible now, na? Okay. So, देखो, there are two things that I use it for. Number one, I will use it. Most important इसका जो use है, that is the crossover. Crossover means when are the negative and positive intersecting. तो वहाँ पर if you are getting a price action signal. So, for example, यहाँ पर अगर आप observe करो, there is no signal on price action over there. So, I might not act. But over here, it's a confirmation that the bulls are getting stronger. Divergence में क्या है? See, I have read many books on DMI. There is no, system that says trade on divergences, but it is an indication in itself. So, for example, RSI divergent is a strong signal. But if you ask me, would you do that on the DMI? Not so much. But I just want to show you that they work. So they can be a complement to your analysis. For example, market is going higher, but the positive DI buyers are getting weaker. So I believe यहाँ पे even RSI will be diverging. So that is an indication things are getting bad. So यहाँ पर if you observe, even there was a crossover, so things got confirmed and then the market got sold off. So don't act on the divergences as of now, but it can surely give you a lot of indication. You can see over here, यहाँ पर got a double bottom on the chart, on the Nasdaq chart, you got a good crossover and then the market went up. Over here, a double top on the chart, inside candles, got a good crossover, the market went down. Of course, the higher the value of the DMIs go, the stronger is that prevalent trend. So for example, you can see over here, market plunged down. Negative DI went up like anything. Matlab, it's a very aggressive sell-off. यहाँ पर right now you can see the markets are trying to find their bottom. So यहाँ पर it's not so aggressive. So the higher they go, the more aggressive the sell-off is. That is another way of looking at it. So just to not complicate many things, use your price action and complement it by the crossovers that are taking place on the charts. Any doubt? Any doubt over here? ठीक है? Okay. Secondly, one, I think a lot of people ask me, Devang, क्या कहते हैं? What am I saying? How can I act a little? How can I increase the accuracy? For example, DMI will be it's a trending indicator, like a moving average, like any other indicator. Even DMI is a trending indicator. So, for example, whenever there are sideways markets, they will not work. Imagine how much money you lose here. That's what I said. First, learn to drive the car, then learn to signal क्या होगा उस पे trade. So there are some methods how we can improve the accuracy of indicators. One method is use a trending tool. For example, if I open RSI, I will use DMI only in those periods where RSI is above 60. So for example, here RSI was above 60, but I don't know why it failed. Acha, 1 second. If I use ADX, RSI is not giving a good indication. मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ. Ignore RSI for a minute because RSI above 60 is trending, but यहाँ पे it went below 60 later. थोड़ा late हो गया. But ADX, I will explain ADX. देखो, one thing is ADX. ADX is a very, very good tool. I think in the entire technical analysis, this is one tool that I would say that you should have knowledge of. ADX is made up, basically इसका एक formula होता है, थोड़ा complicated formula है. It is made up of the positive DI and the negative DI. ADX means average directional index. A lot of people get confused. मतलब if ADX goes up, मतलब market goes up, नहीं. ADX is showing you strength of the trend. Whatever is the prevailing trend, उसका क्या strength है, that is what is denoted by the ADX. So for example, यहाँ पर trend is bullish, so ADX going up, मतलब trend में strength है. So generally, I like to, so higher it goes, higher is the trend strength. I generally put my value, a line on 20. If I put my line on 20 on the ADX, anything below 20 is a period of consolidation, is a period of low volatility. So in such a period, try to avoid trending strategies, moving average crossover, or whatever trending strategy you have, वो मत करना. यहाँ पर try to be playing in a range, make a range in option selling, trade that range. But it is also very important because whenever the ADX is low, number one, don't do trending strategies. ठीक है, don't do DMI crossovers, don't do moving average crossovers. But इसका एक बहुत important meaning है that whenever the market is entering low period of expansion, it will follow high period of expansion. मतलब यहाँ पर low volatility है, so when the market moves up, it can give you high volatility. So always observe that. For me, whenever ADX goes above 20, that is where the volatility expands, or that is where the trend starts. थोड़ा lagging indicator ये भी है, but it really saves you. So for example, if you observe, यहाँ पर ये जो पूरा time है, ADX was below 20, market was fully sideways, so it saved a lot of money. यहाँ पर अगर आप observe करो, ADX, when the market fell down, ADX went above 20. You can start to use trending strategies. So market going down, the strength of the trend increasing. So if you can put DMI, you will know what is the trend. So for example, you can see over here, the red line intersects the green line. So at this point of time, the selling trend is starting. And if the ADX goes above 20, matlab at this pura time, the sellers are in control. So trend ka strength बहुत ज़्यादा strong है. This is the way I like to look at this market. So currently, if you look at the ADX, आपको दिखाता हूँ. यहाँ पर देखिए, at this point of time, there is low volatility. At this breakdown, ADX also broke out. So मतलब expansion of volatility is happening. You can see right now, ADX is currently around 29. मतलब there is strength in the trend. The trend strength is not weaker. It is still very, very strong. That is what ADX suggests. One more thing I would like to add in ADX. Again, if it goes below 20, that is where the market enters congestions, low volatilities, compressions, sideways market, neutral areas, trading ranges, etc. One more thing which we have been looking at the ADX is ADX पर थोड़ा सा ना observe one thing. The peaks and the troughs in the ADX give you a lot of important information. For example, what is a peak? ये peak है. What is a trough? ये trough है. So all these peaks and troughs, they give you tops and bottoms of markets. Why? Because सोचिए, if the market is at its lowest volatility, मतलब it will expand, so it might give you a top or bottom. Same thing. If the market is at the top volatility और उसके बाद गिर रहा है, मतलब it will form a top, it will consolidate. So अगर आप observe करेंगे, यहाँ पे देखिए ADX ने bottom बनाया, market का top था. I don't know क्या होगा, but market में बड़ा point होगा. If you observe this point of time, ADX का top था, market का bottom था. यहाँ पर देखिए ADX का top था, market का top था. ADX का top था, market का top था. Somewhere over here, when the market topped out, ADX bottomed out. When the market bottomed out, ADX topped out. So when the market bottomed out over here, यहाँ पर इतना कुछ significance था नहीं. So ये देखिए, when the market bottomed out, ADX topped out. So I would really like, it's applicable everywhere. I think even on Nifty, go to daily chart and see it works everywhere. यहाँ पर देखिए, when the market topped out, ADX topped out. When the market topped out, ADX was bottoming out. ये देखिए, when the market bottomed out, ADX topped out. And अभी maybe यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा turn तो आया है. We are still above 20. So there is a strength of the trend. But there is some kind of turn, आप अगर observe करो. So that is coinciding with this bottom that the market has made. Time will tell. यहाँ पे देखिए, ये जो top था market का, this was the bottom of the ADX. So देखते हैं. So just two things you have to take away from this. whenever ADX is above 20, you can use your trending strategies. Stochastic, whatever, stochastic हो गया या buy on dip करना है, मतलब आपको for example आपको trend चाहिए ना, if you want a trend, आपको हर pullback पे buy करना है, you want to put those Fibonacci's, you want to buy on those 20 MA dips, whatever trending is, then you want ADX to be above 20. If ADX is below 20, it will be more of sideways, more of congestion. So try not to be trending. Secondly, ADX के जो tops and bottoms होते हैं, they give you a lot of tops and bottoms on the price charts also. So that is something you should observe. Thirdly, you can use DMI. DMI के crossovers को you can use. If the positive DI goes above the negative DI, this will be a buy signal. If the positive DI goes below the negative DI, this will be a sell signal. Of course, please combine it with price action. Anyone has a doubt? I think I remember I think 1 year back or so, I did some formulations in the DMI strategy. What I did was